I bet you didn't know the full story behind one of history's most famous battles. Stay tuned as we dive into the Battle of Waterloo, Napoleon's final stand. But before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe for more historical deep dives. The Battle of Waterloo, a name that echoes through history. It was the final showdown, Napoleon Bonaparte's ultimate stand. This epic clash took place on June 18, 1815, near Waterloo in present-day Belgium. Napoleon had escaped from exile on Elba. He was back in France and ready to fight. The other European powers formed a coalition to stop him. The stage was set for an epic confrontation. The battle pitted Napoleon against the Duke of Wellington and Field Marshal Blucher. These forces aimed to crush Napoleon's dreams of renewed power. If Napoleon won, he could regain control of France and dominate Europe again. But if he lost, it would mean the end of his rule and his empire. The Battle of Waterloo would decide it all. The battle began on a rainy Sunday morning. Napoleon's plan was bold: defeat Wellington before Blucher could arrive, but the wet ground slowed him down, proving costly. Napoleon started with a diversionary attack on Hougoumont Farm. The fighting there was fierce, but didn't break the Allied line. Meanwhile, Napoleon prepared his main assault on Wellington's centre. Thousands of French infantry faced deadly fire from Allied guns. Wellington's strategy was defensive, placing his men behind a ridge for cover. This hid his true numbers, making it hard for Napoleon to plan attacks. Hand-to-hand combat raged along the line. Wellington's patience paid off in the end. The battle was far from over. The British Empire played a crucial role at Waterloo. The Allied army was a mix of nations: British, Dutch, Belgian and German soldiers. Wellington commanded this diverse army, using each group's strengths. The British infantry formed the corps, known for their discipline and firepower. The Dutch and Belgian troops held key positions. The German soldiers provided valuable support. The real game-changer was the Prussian army, led by Field Marshal Blucher. Blucher promised to support Wellington and kept his word. The Prussians arrived late in the day, tipping the balance. Napoleon had to split his forces, weakening his attack on Wellington. The tide of battle was turning against Napoleon. Section 4. The Fall of an Emperor. Napoleon's defeat. As the day wore on, Napoleon grew desperate. He gambled everything on one last attack, sending in his elite Imperial Guard. These were his best troops, never known defeat. The Guard advanced, facing deadly Allied fire. They reached the top of the ridge, meeting Wellington's troops. The fighting was intense, but the Guard was tired. They had marched all night and fought all day. The British infantry unleashed devastating volleys. The Guard wavered and retreated for the first time. Napoleon watched in disbelief as his last hope crumbled. Wellington seized the moment, ordering a general advance. The whole Allied line moved forward, while the Prussians attacked from the east. The French army collapsed. Napoleon's defeat was total, and his dream of empire was over. Section 5, a turning point in history, the battle's legacy. The Battle of Waterloo changed Europe, ending the Napoleonic Wars. These conflicts had raged for over 2 decades. Now, finally, there was peace. The old monarchies of Europe breathed a sigh of relief. The battle reshaped the balance of power. Britain emerged as the dominant force in Europe. Its army had proven itself on land, and its navy already ruled the seas. The next century would be the age of the British Empire. France, on the other hand, was exhausted. Napoleon abdicated for the second and last time, exiled to St. Helena. He died in 1821, still dreaming of past glories. The Battle of Waterloo had closed the book on an era. Thank you for watching the Battle of Waterloo, Napoleon's final stand. Your support means a lot to us. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most pivotal battles, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more fascinating historical content. Join us on this journey through time as we uncover the events that shaped our world. And remember, every battle has its story, and every story deserves to be told.